So this is the Samsung this year flagship S26 Galaxy S26 Ultra. Comes with a brand new design and a cool display technology, which I will show you guys later on, and also the improved cameras. As for the colors, same as the S26 and S20 Plus, 26 Plus, four common color where you can just buy it, go to the store and get it for yourself, which is the cobalt violet, sky blue, black and white. And for the online exclusive color will be the pink gold and the silver shadow. So the pre-order is ending very soon. In fact, if you're living in the Asia right now, it's the last day of the pre-order. So if you want to get double the storage but without paying the double the storage price, then you have to order by today, the last day. Or if you're living in the North America or Europe, you guys still have one more day left. Yeah, so go get it if you want to. By the way, this video is not a sponsor video, same as the last video, no sponsor at all. The price of the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra is remained the same as last year, which is 5,999 ringgit or 1,299 USD. Unlike the Samsung Galaxy S26 and S26 Plus, where they all increased by 100 USD or 400 ringgit, not 300 ringgit. I made a mistake on that on the previous video. So it's 400 ringgit increase compared to last year model. Okay, like I said, Ultra, S26 Ultra, same price. The gap between the non-Ultra and Ultra is getting smaller and smaller. It's a Samsung strategy, marketing strategy, the way they price it. They want you to buy the Ultra. And in fact, the way I see it, the Ultra is the only phone that get more feature this year. And for the design, this year is even rounder as compared to last year S25 Ultra. And it looks more like the siblings, the S26 and S26 Plus. You can argue that the camera is different, the camera layout, like you have two extra cameras, but it's still the same to me, like the camera island here. This year they make it thinner from 8.2mm down to 7.9mm, and with the same battery capacity, they still managed to make the phone lighter by 4 to 5 grams. The thinner profile is actually noticeable in my hands, and it's much more comfortable to hold it because it's more rounded than last year. But then it loses its ultra distinct design. Right now it's just very similar to the rest of the phone lineup. Personally, I still prefer like Ultra has its own unique design. The display is the same as last year in terms of the size, 6.9, same resolution, same technology, AMOLED, all the good stuff. But there's one feature which is something that blew my mind. This year, the true innovation from Samsung is the display, the privacy display. You know, Samsung is famous for their screen technology from those days like S26H, where one side is curved, to the S7H, where both sides is curved out, and then the fold, the flip, and this year is the privacy display. When you first press it, the display dim it, and you want to see from the side, you can't see it because it blacked out. That's why it's called privacy display, to not letting stranger looking at your phone for privacy stuff. You know, like typing your password, typing like private messages, etc. Right, this feature is very useful, and it's the first phone that did this. I hope that the rest of the phone manufacturer, other brands can follow up. From top to bottom, yeah, it's also blacked out. Before this display technology, right, we usually we go buy the privacy screen protector, which is only can protect the left and the right side. The top part you still can see it, and also it will degrade the whole screen quality. Like imagine you spend 6K and just to get a display that is darkened, lower contrast, the brightness also lower, the color is not accurate anymore. Like with this built-in feature, you won't having that kind of problem. And it's also very customizable. Like for this feature, you can, let me go to the detail, you can customize for certain conditions. Like you can choose certain apps to block it, like for example, maybe let's say gallery. Yeah, you can set gallery, you can set like browser, you name it, like third party, first party apps. So it will only black out when you use certain apps that you just customize. So I set it the gallery. So right now the gallery is blacked out. All right. When you set like condition, right, like let's say gallery, it will turn off the privacy display because you only set for specific apps, right? So this is the amazing part of it, and also the pin pattern password, a notification pop up. As for the camera, Samsung improved the aperture, which means you can take even brighter photo during like nighttime. So for the main wide camera, the aperture used to be 1.7 from the S25 Ultra. Right now they improved to f1.4 aperture on the latest S26 Ultra. As and for the telephoto lens, also improvement from 3.4 aperture down to 2.9 aperture. So aperture number lower, meaning the more light can come into the lens and hence brighter in result of more brighter image, especially during the night time. So a much better nighttime photography, right? So they improve the camera on that particular part. The resolution is still the same, and it's also a larger camera module. And this island, unfortunately, make the camera protrude even more. As for the processor, the S26 Ultra is the only one comes with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy chipset. With the latest chipset, it is 39% faster NPU performance, 24% faster GPU performance, and 19% faster CPU performance compared to last generation processor. Everything is gonna be quick, be fast, so you can play any games on this phone, and running AI stuff would be cool. So one feature that is constantly mentioned by Samsung would be the Galaxy AI powered by Google Gemini. One standout feature would be the Now Nudge. Basically, AI will pop up during your conversation with your friends and family or anyone during text message. So it will analyze the context and provide a very useful suggestion that you can add on to your conversation. For example, here the text mentioned about photo during the trip in Australia. Then the AI pops up and tell you to share the photos. The way it pops up is very subtle. It's not intrusive. It's very seamlessly. And another one I couldn't show exactly because they didn't download the language pack, which you can just select the text that you don't understand. It can be any languages. In this case, it's German. So you just select the text that you don't understand and then you click translate right in the messaging apps. You don't need to jump it to Google Translate. It's all do it in AI. One more feature that I find cool using AI is you can use AI to edit your photo in the gallery app. For example, here where I asked the AI to change the background from daylight to nighttime. It took about 30 to 40 seconds for the AI to edit the background, and I would say it's pretty fast. However, it's not perfect. The background looks nice, but it doesn't change the lighting. The shadow and the lighting still looks weird. You can clearly see that the lighting is from the daylight. You can do it, like I say, unlimited time, as long as you are connected to a Wi-Fi or any data, cellular, and it will help you to reimagine and edit the photo. So I'm gonna talk about the stuff that still remain the same as last year S25 Ultra or didn't improve on. First thing first will be the S Pen. Last year S25 Ultra, they removed the Bluetooth feature where you can remotely taking photo by using the S Pen. You can hold the pen and then take a photo far away. That feature removed on the S25 Ultra, and this year S26 Ultra it's the same thing. No Bluetooth feature on the S Pen. Bummer. Okay, S24 Ultra you can do that. No more. S25 Ultra and S26 the same. The second one would be the battery capacity is still the same at 5000 milliamp. Samsung didn't use the silicon carbon technology. Samsung is playing safe again on the battery. We all know what happened because of the PTSD that they suffer. You know, the Note 7 incident. Like we see the battery tech has improved over the year. There must be a way to do that without exploding, right? No 6000 or 7000 or even 8000 milliamp battery like the Chinese phone nowadays. They're all super huge battery capacity. But they increased the wired charging speed from 45 watts to 60 watts this year, finally. Although it's not as fast as those Chinese phone, but it's still fast enough, 60 watt. And for the wireless charging is 25 watt, so it's improvement for the both wire and wireless charging. So these are the same stuff as last year, S25 Ultra. Okay, still remain the same on the S26 Ultra. So after seeing me explaining all the features on this S26 Ultra, that begs a question: should you upgrade or not? If you are coming from the S21 Ultra, S22 Ultra, I think you should, because the software support is coming to the end on those devices. S22 Ultra, maybe 1 or 2 more years security support and it's done. And it's also getting slower on those phones. I mean, it's already like past 5 to 6 years by now. So for the S23 Ultra and S24 Ultra owner, S23 probably worth the upgrade to S26 Ultra if you feel that the phone is dated because of the sharp edges. The S26 definitely will feel a huge leap because of a newer design, thinner, smoother, no sharp edges, it's more rounded. And if you want to use a lot of AI feature, then I would suggest you to upgrade to the S26 Ultra. And often you can just do a trade-in. Skip it if your S23 Ultra is still performing great, battery holds up, and you don't care about the latest AI camera tweaks. It's still an excellent phone with strong support left. For the S24 Ultra, I would say no. The upgrade is incremental. It's not a huge leap, big jump. You still can use a lot of AI feature. The processor is still holds up very well. Camera also very well. Very good camera. Battery capacity is still the same. Similar camera resolution and etc. So S24 Ultra, you can just stick to it. No need to upgrade. Definitely not upgrade will be S25 Ultra. S25 Ultra is perfectly fine. I would say the design is looks better on the S25 Ultra. It has more unique Ultra design language, and the phone is still very fast. It's still up to date. Many years of software support. So if you are using S25 Ultra right now, no need to spend extra money to get the S26 Ultra. If you never use an Ultra lineup before, of course, the S26 Ultra is the best now. But the S25 Ultra it also comes with a really attractive price point right now. By now, it should be cheaper by a few $100. You can go check it out on any stores, online store or physical store. go check it out, the pricing. Yeah, so that's my 2 cents on should you upgrade or not. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down in the comment section below. Share this video to your friends and family, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.